manageable. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it because of tribal and religious sentiment.
So, now, here comes a multi-billion-dollar question that seeks urgent response. Considering the obvious human, economic, and other costs, what could be the motivation, the driving force or end game for the sponsors and supporters of terror and destabilization in Nigeria? Pay attention.
The end game for them, because normally when you want to look at this type of challenges, what you do is that you go through what we call the intelligence circle, okay? When you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination point, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. And anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualties is allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country.
That's for the terrorists, the bandits.
It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. And defense headquarters, the army headquarters, the naval headquarters, the air force cannot do anything about that. Buhari has to do something about that. The Interpol has the list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask, if they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people. During the trial of those people that were caught, names were mentioned. They have the list. The government also told us that they've arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram. Why should a government not try those people and bring peace and harmony and safety to this nation? Why won't a government do that? Those people that are going to harass cadets and officers in NDA, they live around the place. I know NDA very well. I was in Georgia, I was in NDA as young officers, and I know the area very well. They live around the place. So why can't you put up a blimp that can see what they are doing in real time and eliminate them? Why won't you do that? The intention of it's on the internet. So it's not even about the people we interrogated. The intention is to Islamize Nigeria and practice Sharia. And it doesn't matter if some people die. It doesn't matter if you're embarrassed. It doesn't matter if our economy has degenerated. Look at the interest rate. Look at the inflation rate. Look at the debt profile of Nigeria. They don't care. As long as at the end, the Quran is at the sea. So some people in this country have this mindset. And we must tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you die. If you don't tell it, you die. Some people have this mindset to Islamize the nation. And they are in the government. And people know them. The DSS know them. The NIA know them. DIA knows them, because it is the DIA that conducted the operations that arrested these sponsors. The truth I'm telling you now is not about sentiment. Is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. Except you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on the issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban, they think about the Mujahideens, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia, and there is whatever thing they have in their head, they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians.
You heard the Commodore's assessment, loud and clear. That is, the end game for the sponsors of terror, irrespective of the high cost, is the realization of an old transnational felony agenda of Islamization and territorial expansion. Now, this agenda has now been given impetus by climate change, food insecurities, development and environmental challenges in the Sahel region of West Africa. These agendas are driving a looming apocalypse in Nigeria, as the sponsors are determined to see their plan through at all cost. Consequently, the dark clouds of Rwanda are gathering over Nigeria for an apocalyptic outcome that could plunge this country back to the dark ages. Now, there has been several attacks against the facilities of the Nigerian armed forces. I'm sure you wonder what could be the motive and what accounts for the successful execution of those terrorist missions.
I may also shock you that some cadets have been abducted before now. And when they took these cadets away, and they demanded for ransom, as low as 400,000 naira at that time, the cadets were released after the ransom were paid. And the cadet told them that where they took them to, that they could hear the parade going on in NDA, that they were not taken far away from NDA, that every morning they hear the parade and the programs going on in NDA while they were in the camp of the terrorists. You are right. These people live around NDA. It's about social-cultural issue. As long as you are a Muslim and you speak Fufude or Hausa, you can do whatever you like and fraternize with the military and go in and out of the barracks. You are saying that the attack did not happen on Friday. Of course, it will not happen on Friday, but they have enough time to carry out surveillance. They have enough time to have insiders that will work with them. The problem is that journalists should go around our military institution this Friday and carry their cameras and see the decadence, the security breach that goes on every Friday in all military institutions across Nigeria, and tell the Minister of Defense to put a stop to that. The defense institutions, they are sacred. They are not where people can come on Friday, throw open the gate because they want to come and do Jumat. The truth is that on Sundays, we don't have such, invasion of our premises by Christians to come and pray or to come and do whatever on Sundays. But for the 35 years I spent in the military intelligence, if you go to Tego Barracks in Apapa, it's the same. The Tego Barracks is where I was trained as an intelligence officer. It's the same. On Friday, they will troop in. They throw it open. It's religion. And because we must think about solution. The Minister of Defense should stop this. They should make pronouncement and stop it. Every Friday, people should go to various mosques around them to pray.
How did the presidential candidate, Muhammad Buhari, come to power? And what role did the Commodore play? And what advice has he for the Nigerian civil society to address the challenges facing us?
Internet does not forget. I was part of the people that helped to bring Buhari to government because I believe in him.
Have you worked with the government after that? After you helped bring the government.
Oh, of course, I worked with him. We brought him in 2015, and I work as the Deputy Director of Defense Administration. And we have a lot of hope in him. And we actually are ready to do anything for him. What he has turned out over the years is shocking to us. I was in Harvard in 2014, in December, when the Department of State Services and CIA and others were contemplating about Buhari and other aspirants. I know what we did to convince the American government that the only person that can come and put this country right is Buhari. That was before the Lagos, APC, before they chose within.
Right.
And that was how Tinubu came in. We know what we did, but what he has done in the past 6 years is shocking. It's unprecedented. And it should not be allowed to be swept under the carpet, because the damage to the psyche of this country is monumental.
In addition to the evidence presented so far, there are several other troubling coincidences that deserve closer attention. 1. On May 22, 2019, President Buhari ordered the disarming of indigenous people of Nigeria, while the Fulani militias kept, killed, and maimed with military-grade weapons. All calls to reverse this decision fell into deaf ears. 2. All calls to disarm the Fulani militia and herdsmen were ignored. 3. Fulanis across the world have been encouraged to migrate to Nigeria on a policy of visa on arrival. 4. The National Identification Number, NIN, assignable to Nigerian nationals and legal residents aged 16 years and above, and the requirement for obtaining Nigerian passport is indirectly offering foreigners from the Sahel region citizenship through the back door. Are you aware? 5. Niger Republic features highly in the agenda and priority of the current President Buhari. For example, the naming of the Abuja Expressway after the President of Niger. For what? Borrowing to construct $1.9 billion rail line to Niger Republic. Borrowing to finance 1.4 billion naira purchase of luxury cars for officials of Niger Republic. Building refinery in Niger Republic to export fuel into Nigeria, while Nigerian refineries are not functional. What a patriot. 6. Boko Haram and Fulani militias enjoy special status under President Buhari's administration, compared to resistant groups in the south, led by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, for example. Well, see, considering all these evidence, including Commodore Kunle's brave accounts and Mr. Baraja Kuma's bold confession, there are at least two obvious begging questions. 1. Is the current president a Nigerian or foreign national? Secondly, is there any country on planet Earth with these troubling headlines and decisions, and where the judiciary and security services remain silent and fail to hold the government and the head of state accountable? I doubt it. So, as it stands right now, Nigeria appears to have been completely hijacked by an invading enemy whose allegiance is not to Nigeria, but rather to their caliphate that transcends Nigeria and traverses about 16 countries of the Sahel region. Nigeria is only a grazing reserve and cash cow for their caliphate. A recent WhatsApp post made a remarkable observation I want to draw to your attention. On the shoulders of the Southeast, with its formidable people and powerful and influential diaspora, supported by the progressives in the Middle Belt, South-South and Southwest, raised the hope for survival of a secular Southern Nigeria and Northern and Middle Belt Christian civilization. We can't afford to fail, as failure will be apocalyptic. Therefore, in this upcoming election, my appeal to you, my dear fans and supporters, North and South, is this. The 2023 elections, if and when it takes place, should be about a vote for your life, security of your land, and protection of generations to come. This nation has cried and bled enough. 1. Vote for your life and for future generations. 2. Vote only for 100% indigenous and healthy presidential candidate who can lead patriotically, defend the territorial integrity of your homeland, value and protect your life and property. 3. Vote for ownership and defense of your ancestral land. We have no other home or land than Nigeria. 4. Vote for equal opportunity, meritocracy, productivity, and accountability. You see, the enemy of our collective progress is already at work. There are reports of voters' cards being destroyed, spread on highways and buried in sewage gutters across the country. If you haven't received your voter's card, raise alarm. Political parties should hold INEC and their contractors responsible. The social and standard media platforms, lawyers and activists should put pressure on INEC and the government to approve alternative means of identification and voting, including BVN, NIM, and passports. 2023 is a make or break year. Stand firm on your rights. Please note, a new, secure, and united Nigeria in which governance and development will be driven by production, and where you will no longer be a slave to fears, is possible and within reach. Just play your part, vote wisely, and remain vigilant. God bless Nigeria.
You unravel me.
God bless you in your fight.
With the melody.
Thank you so
You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemy, till all my fears are gone, and I'm no longer a slave to fear. Yes, I am a child of God, 'cause I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. Yes, we are children of the Most High God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name, and I've been born again into a family. Your blood flows through my veins, and I'm no longer a slave to fear. Yes, I am a child of God. Yes, I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Yes, I am of God. We are free. We've been liberated from our bondage. From our bondage. We are free. We've been liberated from our bondage. We are free. We've been liberated from our bondage. Oh, I am surrounded by the arms of the Father, and I am surrounded by songs of